In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Clone Commander Jet for the Clone Wars line, and he is under the Shadow Darkside banner. Definitely another iconic Clone Commander from the series, and we're fortunate enough to have gotten an action figure of him. He was featured in the Geonosis, or the second Battle of Geonosis arc. Had a lot of good scenes in there. And serving alongside Ki-Adi-Mundi here. Not sure if he's part of the Galactic Marines or not. That's something I'm going to have to look into. So I actually did not get Commander Jet back when he was initially released, I think in 2011. I actually won this guy in an auction on eBay a couple years ago now. I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago at this point. And I ended up paying $40 for him, which, yes, it's kind of pricey for Clone Wars Clone Trooper, but I knew that was about the best deal I was going to get. The prices for him, brand new, are usually ridiculous. And I figured this would be about the best bet for me to go ahead and get him. He is complete minus the Galactic Battle Game card, which I wouldn't mind having, but it's not the end of the world to do without for now. Perhaps at some point somebody will be selling one on eBay by itself. We'll see. For the most part, he is just utilizing the traditional clone sculpt from this era. But he does have some newly tooled parts about him. I think his arms might be newly tooled. The articulation is a little bit different as well. Like, he doesn't have the hinged wrist. He just has a swivel wrist, for instance. And, of course, a new helmet. Other than that, I think it's pretty much a lot of the same parts. Which is kind of interesting they went back to this sculpt, because this is long after the stone mold. But every now and then Hasbro did go back to the more traditional sculpt. Helmet sculpt is really good. As you can see, he has the antennas here, which are removable. I'll show that here in a moment. I personally always have them displayed with the antennas on. I think it looks better that way. Very similar to the Special Ops clone right here. A lot of the same markings. It does have the pauldron here. Really like the paint deco he has. Blend in with Geonosis. Has the comma with the yellow trim. Thermal detonator there. And just some yellow detailing on his legs. And as I mentioned, same articulation as the traditional clone skull, but the ball joint at the head. No removable helmet for him, which is okay because I don't think we ever saw him without his helmet on. The hinge at the shoulders, and hinged elbows, swivel wrist, the joint at the torso, and then the swivel hips, and hinged knees and hinged ankles. Similar to the Stealth Ops, or not the Stealth Ops, the Special Ops clone that I mentioned previously, his plastic does feel a little bit softer from a lot of the other clones. Perhaps it was this particular tooling or this particular era for clones, or maybe it's just my samples. Let me know in the comments if you happen to have this action figure as well and you notice the same thing. Yeah, the markings on the shoulders there. So in terms of accessories, does have the DC-17 pistols, which are pretty much his primary weapon that's included. Then, as I mentioned, you can take the antennas off. So what you do is you just slide this part of his helmet off. It just plugs into the back there. Looks kind of odd without it. And then you have the other part, which is this one right here. Same thing, just without the antenna. And just plugs into place there. Like I said, rarely do I have him displayed like this. I just think he looks better with the antennas, and plus it distinguishes him as a commander. Fits in place very good. And he did come with the more to scale rocket launcher here. And because he is Shadow Dark Side, he did have a stand as well, the battle die, and then of course the card. But as I said, the loose sample I got did not have the card. And just to show how the pistols fit in this holster, fits in place very good. I think that's all I can really tell you about Commander Jet here. So this video is actually extra special because Commander Jet here is the last clone trooper I've needed to catch up on filming in my entire clone trooper collection. That includes realistic clones, phase 1, phase 2, you name it, everything. So now that we've filmed Commander Jet, I am totally caught up with my clone trooper collection now. Huge accomplishment, and I'm glad we're there. But just here's how he looks alongside of his other counterparts here. Looks great with Chaotic Mundi, for instance, and of course the Special Ops clone. A lot of the other Geonosian or Geonosis-centric clones here. But definitely a recommended action figure for your collection, especially if you're a big fan of the Clone Commanders, Clone Wars line, Clone Troopers, anything of that sorts. He seems like he's a huge fan favorite among people. I'm glad to have him for my collection. He's one I always wanted for my collection, so the day I finally received him through the mail, it was a huge check mark for me. And yeah, just glad to have him at this point. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for playing more in the future. There's always more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support, and check out the links in the description if you haven't done so already. And as always, thanks for watching.